Alright guys, I am back with my review of TNA Impact Wrestling for April 18th, 2013. Yeah, I know a lot of these videos are going to be late, but I plan to record a whole bunch today. I've been very busy over the weekend, and obviously I got to get some new glasses. And I'm kind of thinking about going with contacts anyways. I've never tried contacts before, so until I get those, I'm going to do the best I can to read these notes. It does get a little blurry at times, but show starts off with Hardy being taken away by an ambulance after last week's show. Devon tells Garrett and Wes Briscoe not to take Kurt Angle lightly. Of course they do, they're laughing about it. And we get Wes and Garrett versus Kurt Angle in a handicap match. There was a cool spot in this match where Angle goes for the triple German suplexes on Wes Briscoe. Wes grabs Garrett. Garrett's got the ropes. The ref kicks his hands and he hits a double German suplex on him. Eventually, he gets Wes in the ankle lock. Anderson distracts the ref. D'Lo gives Garrett a chain. He hits Kurt Angle with it, covers him for the win. They hit a double powerbomb on Angle, and Anderson cuts a promo and says they're rooting for AJ in his match tonight. Kenny King versus Zema Ion versus Petey Williams for the X Division title. The referee is wearing a fucking camera on his head. To take you inside the action, it's the X cam. It looks ridiculous. And it's funny because it was like every time they cut to the X cam, nothing was really going on at all. But Petey hits the Canadian Destroyer on King, but Zema breaks it up, so you know Petey's not going to win. They just let him hit his move to pop the crowd and get it out of the way. And fans chant boring during this match. A few dumbasses actually start fandangoing. And Petey gets Zema in the sharpshooter. King runs in, hits the double knees on Petey, covers Zema Ion for the win. So Zema's out. Now it's going to be Kenny King, Petey Williams versus whoever the third person is going to be after another triple threat match. Backstage, Magnus says he's going to defeat Devon tonight, win the TV title. We see Christy Hemme showing Brooke Hogan the new Knockouts website. Magnus versus Devon. Magnus gets attacked on the ramp by Knox and Doc. They beat him up. He tries to fight him off as best he can, but Devon runs up with the chain around the fist. And they lay him out. They double choke slam him on the ramp, and then Samoa Joe runs out to chase them off. Samoa Joe cuts a pissed off promo about how the Aces and Eights are cowards. He's going to defeat Devon tonight, and his transgressions will be paid in blood. Velvet Sky suffered a knee injury last week. Shows a little clip of that. And we get Mickie James versus Tess Mocker. And ODB's the ref again, so Tess Mocker and Mickie James keep arguing back and forth, accusing ODB of playing favorites. Tess Mocker shakes her ass. She does that move where she pulls her tights up and then puts her ass in Mickie James' face, and she's shaking her ass, and ODB says, "Get your butt out of there." But Mickie goes for the DDT. Tess Mocker escapes, tries to roll her up, but Mickie counters, gets the win. I actually like this match. Daniels and Kazarian are acting like AJ joined up with them. Park is backstage on the phone, and he gets attacked by Bully and Devon. So they kind of rough him up a bit. They throw him in the shower, and they turn the water on him. These dastardly villains. Storm says he's tired of trying to talk to AJ, and now he's going to kick some sense into him. Daniels and Kazarian come out. They talk about becoming the tag champs again, and they get interrupted by Aries and Rude. Aries implies that Daniels and Kazarian are gay together. And Daniels and Kazarian back out of the ring, and then Aries and Rude get clotheslined by Chavo and Hernandez. There's a video of Kenny King, Gail Kim, and Bobby Roode talking about how dangerous the Aces and Eights are, how they're in control. I thought this was pretty good. It's a way for TNA to use the heels to put over the heels. So, I thought it worked here. Matt Morgan is running down Hogan's mistakes. He calls them Aces of Eights. We get Devon versus Samoa Joe for the TV title. Joe goes for the Muscle Buster, and the Aces and Eights come back out. Anderson hits Joe with some brass knuckles. Devon covers him for the win. Afterwards, they're holding Joe's face, and Anderson takes the brass knuckles and just breaks Joe's face. I like this. I liked how they looked really serious here. I guess they were trying to eliminate Joe, but my problem is they did the same thing with Magnus. It just felt like a little bit too much. It was supposed to be Magnus versus Devon, and the Aces and Eights interfered, and the match couldn't happen. So they did Samoa Joe versus Devon, and the Aces and Eights interfered again. I mean, it wasn't really surprising. You knew they were going to come out there, but I thought the brass knuckles segment kind of saved it. If it wasn't for that, it would have been like, we already saw this crap tonight, but I did like the brass knuckles spot. So then we get James Storm versus AJ Styles. I understand AJ is supposed to be the Sting character, but why did he attack James Storm? It doesn't make any sense unless we're going to find out later that James Storm is actually involved with the Aces and Eights. He is part of the Aces and Eights, and that's why AJ turned on him. That's the only way this makes sense. But Daniels and Kazarian come out to cheer AJ on. AJ makes Storm tap with the leg submission. Daniels and Kazarian are celebrating. AJ lays them out, and the Aces and Eights come out. They start beating everybody up. AJ just leaves the ring, so they're beating up Daniels, Kazarian, Storm. D'Lo Brown hits the lowdown on Storm, and Bully Ray says all your heroes are now victims, and it's all Hogan's fault. And that's how the show ended. So I didn't really think it was a bad Impact, really. I mean, you had the Samoa Joe Devon match. You had Magnus versus Devon. You can't really call that a match, but I did like the Knockouts match. The handicap match, it wasn't really a bad match, but just something about Wes Briscoe and Garrett Bischoff, I can't care about it. No matter what they do, and I know they're using Kurt Angle to try and get these guys over, get these guys some heat, but it just doesn't work for me. And Kurt Angle can go out there and have a great match with Wes Briscoe, but it's still Wes Briscoe. The guy has done nothing, and he hasn't really been given a chance to shine. And then even if they did do something with Wes versus Kurt Angle, you still have Garrett Bischoff there just sucking all the life out of it. So they really got to get rid of Garrett Bischoff. But yeah, as far as this Impact goes, I didn't think it was too bad, and I was looking forward to AJ versus Storm, and it wasn't really the best match ever or anything, but it was decent. So that's my review of this TNA Impact Wrestling. Hope you guys liked the video. Leave your thoughts on the show in the comments, and thanks for watching.